Good afternoon, everybody. It's Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady. How are you all today on this sunny but chilly Monday afternoon? It's been a bit of a crazy day. I'm all over the place. I can't really seem to get focused on any one thing, but we'll have a little story time after today's bag. So today's bag is I like these bags. I used to pick these bags up quite a bit. They're kind of like a 1980s metallic, usually bronze, gold, silver shoulder bag. They're very 80s, very Crystal Carrington, very Dynasty. Just, the leather is really nice on this guy. No brand markings or anything like that. I like the scalloped edge, almost a little bit of a gold tone in the corner, but the majority of it is this metallic bronze. Nice strap, it would be a very high sitting crossbody strap, but a great shoulder strap, fully adjustable strap. It's just, no corner wear. It's a really nice little bag. A few scratches on the flap here, but nothing of any major significance. And as I said, there is a zipper compartment divider with a compartment and another compartment. Nothing on the outside. There is a little divot there. Something heavy has been put on this, but that will pop out in time. Might be a good candidate for that steam technique that I use. I just really like them. The leather is great quality. This is a really nice size. You're going to get a lot of stuff in there. If you like compartments, and it doesn't scream metallic at you. It's a very subtle color. The gold is a little bit more kind of in your face, but this is a really nice bag. I like it. And just this front. I mean, I don't pick them up anymore because they just don't seem to be that popular, but I mean, it's very retro looking and it's very classic shape, very classic style. So I like it. So I've listed it. So there you go. That's another bag that used to be listed. And as I've mentioned several times, for whatever reason, it did not automatically renew. So I sold a bag last week or the end of the week. And it's not here, so it's got to be at the storage unit. So I'm going to have to go to the storage unit and rummage through and see what I can find. It's such a pain in the ass. But I do have to go to the storage unit to get a number of vintage bags out for a show I'm doing next week. So I've got a bunch of bags that are just way too big and way too heavy to ship. One in particular is absolutely stunning. So I am going to be taking those to my show. It's actually a show at my kid's father's girlfriend's workplace. Did I know that? I think I did know that, but I've never met her. So I do know what she looks like now because my mom came with me the last time and she pointed her out. So I've been doing, obviously didn't do anything over COVID. And even last year, there was still no show. But this year it's back and they requested me. So that's always nice to hear. And so I'm going to have to go to the storage unit and I'll be going for that purpose anyway. So how was your weekend? My weekend was great. I had a weekend with my girlfriend Lori at her trailer park. She lives in a double wide modular home in Burford and a very different type of park. Her unit is beautiful. I mean, inside it's gorgeous and it's huge. It's two of my trailers joined in the middle and it's huge. It really is a large space. And, so many cool gadgets and sensor lights and storage things. And I was just every minute I was taking note and asking her, is that Temu? Is that Amazon? Is that, I have to be careful. I am so scared to get on Temu. I've got 2 or 3 friends who just in the last couple of weeks have really kind of highlighted Temu to me. I'm doing a lot more visiting, just still trying to keep myself super busy so that I'm not, in my head too much. It is getting better. It is. I mean, we're We're just over 90 days now, and I mean, it's still crap. I had a fire for the first time, not this past weekend, the weekend before. And that was really emotional. Fires were a bit of a special activity at the trailer in Cayuga. And, we just loved, not that we did anything in particular, but we, sat next to each other and watched the fire and put the fire, the light powder in it, and had sometimes music going. Like, it was just a very special. The one night we heard the coyotes, and oh my goodness me, it was absolutely brilliant. So the second fire I heard the coyotes here, and I was on the phone to Lori. We were kind of finalizing our plans for this past weekend, and I was so glad she was on the phone with me, because I just would have fallen apart for sure, because that was something. It was so majestic, and I waited every night to see if it would happen again, and it never did. So to hear it in my new place here was pretty special, but all these firsts are just, and it's coming into the holidays, and I'm just really, really, really trying to keep myself busy. So I've been visiting a lot of friends, and they, they're fully aware of what's going on, and they're so gracious in, inviting me to things, and I really, really appreciate it. But some of my girlfriends are Temu junkies. And so I'm seeing, I mean, I was always led to believe that Temu was just crap. But I mean, some of the stuff, like Lori ordered a carpet. It's beautiful. I think she said she paid like $39 for it or something. So, but I have to be careful, because I can get very addicted to that stuff. And, I've still got a little bit of money left, but not a lot. And now that the park footprint has changed, chances are I'm going to have to get a heavier winter car, because I have been speaking to a few people in town and asking them, what the winters are like. And they said, well, when it hits, it hits. And because it's so open, getting around is difficult. So I'm actually even looking at like getting a big old 80s, 90s car. But then you're worrying about, reliability. And because I mean, my blue car is 2006. But it's got over 500,000 kilometers on it. And I mean, it has been the best car. And I've even thought about buying another one of that particular car. And then I'm like, yeah, would I get two great ones? I don't know. So I'm really, I mean, the decision making, even just adjusting the plans for the winter now that the park has said we don't have to vacate this winter, is just, my head is kind of spinning. But I'm not winterizing the trailer the end of this month, or the end of November like I had planned. I'm going to go to Sarnia with my aunt for Christmas, and just keep her company. I mean, it's going to be a rough Christmas for me too. So, we can boo-hoo to each other. If the weather's great, then maybe, we'll jump in the car and head to my sister's, who is hosting Christmas this year. But it's yeah, it's a tricky one. It really is a tricky one. I don't know. I have to experience a winter here to be able to kind of plan, because if it's going to end up being more expensive, obviously if the park is closed, you're not using propane. If the park's closed, you're not having to navigate bad weather. If the park's closed, but then you think, well, a $250 tank fill up is a lot cheaper than, some of the quotes I was getting for even just a motel room for the winter, like $1,500. So, it's all 6s and 7s at the moment. So but I did cancel my winterize appointment with Keith, the guy that is our wonderful handyman around the park. He did the flooring for me in here. And I do have plans to start painting today, which if I don't get my ass in gear, might not happen today. I want to get cracking with it. And I kind of am like, because it's going to be a big job. Like I'm repainting the whole place. I just cannot stand that color. Like in the light right now, I'm looking at it and it's the color that it was in the Home Depot. And even there you can see it's called a satin oatmeal. But at night with the lights on in here, it's pink and I hate it. Actually, I'm just looking at it and it really does look the color it's supposed to be. But at night, it's just god awful. So I'm going to get some paint retinted, a darker blue, I think, almost like a gray blue. And it'll go beautifully with the other color that I painted for the trim. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I am going to use up the paint that I bought at the beginning of my time here because it was over $200 for 2 gallons of paint. It was absolute ridiculousness. So I'm going to go into Shelburne today to upload my video because I've got a little bit of grocery shopping to do. And there was something else I needed from the dollar store. You know what? My brain is... Yes, okay. I wrote it down. I am going to put some plastic on the windows and I'm going to take some measures to, help myself out a little bit. I mean, I don't like a warm living space. And I mean the bedroom, because I'm still not in the bedroom. I'm still on the gravity chair and it works a-okay for me. But once the bedroom's painted, which is what I am going to start today, I can put the stuff that's all on my deck. I mean, it looks like a hoarder's house out there. And I need to get the bed frame, the underbed drawers, the bedside lamps, like all the stuff that's out on my porch. I need to get it in the room. And then I can open up the mattress and the foam topper and make the bed. And then whoever wants to come and stay can come and stay because... I have no plans to go into the bed. I really don't. And thank goodness, because I mean, I got rid of my bed for Pius's bed. He had just bought a new bed. Oh, I mentioned his name. Oh dear. What shall I do? Anyway, he who shall not be mentioned bought a new bed just before we met. And oh my goodness, it was so comfortable. I hope she finds it comfortable. I'm sure she does. Oh my God. That still just is a knife in the heart still. Like I just cannot get my head around that. Like just so quickly. But men are capable of that, whether they're a certain personality or not. It's just what they do. It's almost like they can't be alone with themselves. And it's kind of, I don't know. It still kills me. It really does. And like I said, I have no idea of the timeline that, because I was pretty suspicious of some of the timelines I was given. I must say, it just didn't make sense. And I guess maybe I chose not to think about it. I mean, I pushed back a little bit about some of it, but there was always an answer. There was always a story, all absolute crap as well. But there was always an answer, whether it sat well with me or not. I guess I was just so in love that I just didn't want to poke at it too much. And I mean, I still love him like I do. It's ridiculous. I mean, why? But I guess it doesn't go away quickly. And I just hope it goes away quicker than some of my previous situations because they took years. And I do not want this to take years. I really don't. All the firsts are going to be hard. And as I said already, with the holiday season coming up, it's going to be tough. So that's why I said to my mom, I said to my kids, listen, are you going to be devastated if I'm not here for Christmas this year? I think Auntie Anna could really use the company. And mind you, I haven't ran it past her yet, so who knows? Maybe she's got other plans. But she did say I could come and stay. So that was back when, the park was closing. But I do have some pretty awesome plans, not firmed up on anything yet. But they are in the works, and I will take you along with me Absolutely, I will. And with that said, have a great rest of the day, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow.